Men who chose to stay childless. What is life like? In my culture, there's a lot of social pressure to get married and have kids. Marriage is fine, but I personally don't really feel interested in having kids. How old are you? Single or married? Do you ever feel lonely? Do you ever regret the decision? Would you ever reconsider? I'm sure being child-free means a lot of free time. How do you spend that time? 42. I have plenty going on to keep me busy. I may be in the minority here, but I do worry that I'll regret the decision when I get older. I'm enjoying it now, but who knows how I will feel 20 years from now. 37. Wife is 34. Both voluntarily child-free. Honestly, our life is great. We pretty much do what we want, when we want. Outside of work hours, we essentially have complete freedom. We travel abroad for 4-6 weeks every year or two. Financially comfortable and low stress. In terms of regret, ask me in 50 years. I don't think I will. I have no primal urge to spread my genes. I've got some cool nieces and nephews who I get to be the cool uncle for. 54 years old. Never married, no kids. My childhood was pretty fucked up. I was too poor in my younger years to even consider marriage or kids. Didn't really get my shit together until I was 36 and didn't become really wealthy until I was in my 40s. So a little late to completely change my life with a wife and children. So by the time I could even consider marriage, I had already built a happy life being alone. I don't really get lonely. Whenever I regret the decision, I just look at the miserable lives of all my married friends. I think they are more lonely being married than I am being alone. I'm 40. It's awesome. I spend my free time doing hobbies and relaxing without ever being interrupted by children. No regrets. My weekends are my own. My sister is trying to involve me into raising her child, and people continually ask me when I'm going to find a girlfriend. I usually shut them up by saying that no woman ever wants me and by acting all depressed. Makes the moment awkward and makes them move on. My wife and I decided not to, since we'd rather use all the money and time we save into ourselves. Vacations, nice homes, quiet weekend mornings, and more freedom than we know what to do with. It's not that we've got a list of items we must spend money on since we're child-free. We just have the flexibility and choice to do whatever we want at a moment's notice. I am 50. I have a red Corvette. Get to practice my ham radio hobby and go to events on a whim. Also sleeping in without guilt. Turns out I have godsons and second cousins and all kinds of kids in my family, and that is enough for me. I'm 41. And my wife is about to turn 34. We're child-free by choice, and neither of us expect that to change. It's amazing. Absolutely no regrets about it. Honestly cannot imagine having to parent on a daily basis. I've got nothing but free time. I exercise, read a lot, play video games. I do a bit of woodworking. We go on vacation quite a bit. Loneliness isn't something I've ever really been impacted by. I'm just as content being by myself as I am in the company of family and friends. 33 and single. No, I don't feel a need to have kids. I just make plans on the fly, relax for hours just watching TV or playing games, go out to eat when I want. I can be the fun uncle, but when I hang out with my friends that have kids, I see them freak out, be loud, not listen, and I'm happy I can just leave or ignore it if I want, lol. 36. No, my wife, family and friends are my life. Maybe when I'm older, but not right now. Yep, lots of free time outside work and usual chores. I like gaming, fitness, hiking, cinema, board games. I'm 30. Sometimes. But friends help. Hell no. I look at the experiences my brother has to go through on a daily basis, and I would never want that for myself or any spouse. Plus, while I love my nephews, when I look into their eyes all I see is the very dismal future we, and those before us, have laid out for them. Hobbies. Hanging with friends. Hanging with friends doing those hobbies. Last year alone, I got into a social group that has more than tripled my social circle. I got into smoking. I got into wood burning. I started picking up the harmonica. A few other things. You got the new iPhone this year? Didn't you do that last year? Yeah. What about your savings? Saving for what? Don't feel pressured into having kids. Those legacy idiots are just that. Idiots. If you want kids, do it for the right reasons. Not to leave a legacy. Whether we have kids or not, 99.999999 of us will be forgotten to time within 100 years of our passing. Not even a footnote in the pages of history. Live your life the way you want to. And enjoy it. Best decision I ever made. 30 SM. Free time to do what I want and not having to put my plans on the sideline for 25 years. Great life with my wife and we travel all over the world. I don't expect to regret it, but I will say that society looks down upon couples that don't have kids based on my interactions. It's sort of a what's wrong with you for not wanting kids? If you're okay with your decision, then you'll be fine. 44. My life is a garbage fire, but it would be far, far worse if I had kids. Married. Becoming child-free was the best decision of my life. We've explored 7 countries so far this year. A lot of people should not have kids. Stop caring about your legacies as no one cares about another you. Source: look at all the kids and young adults out there with behavioral and physical developmental issues. Lol at parents that say their kids are good looking and smart when they are clearly not. Delusion and cope is too real. You should ask the other way around in our regretful parents. 54 here. I enjoy the pastimes I like, and I also enjoy the quiet. I know I sound like a dick, but it's fucking great. Don't have to make schedules. Don't have to wake up to crying or screaming. Don't have to worry about sex getting interrupted. No dirty diapers or puke. No saving for a kid who wants to drop out to be a VTuber. 36 single. My dog cures any lonely feelings. I don't regret my decision due to the fact that I just can't afford to raise a child, but if I'm in a better situation financially, I'd definitely reconsider. I spend my free time enjoying YouTube videos and playing around with my dog or with friends and family. I never really met a woman who wanted children, because they all had their own children and they don't want any more. Or some sadly just assume that I wouldn't stay around as a father. Peaceful. I'm 30. Have maintained since childhood I didn't want kids. And I still don't want them tbh. I'm single. And I'm good with that. I can do what I want when I want without reporting to anyone. I've got 4 dogs though, so maybe I'm the male equivalent to the crazy cat lady. Get a dog, you will never feel alone. Smiling face. I'm 34. Single. Yes. But not because I don't have children. Because I don't have a GF or wife. Nope, I love not having kids. I have a lovely cat instead who only needs my attention sometimes. And I get furry cuddles in return. Doing whatever the heck I feel like, no obligations to anyone. And I can go anywhere at any time. That being said, I just got a new gaming rig and I'm having a blast playing Elden Ring. Can't do that with kids. Got married at 30. 38 now. My wife and I are very happy with just us and the cat. I work out, play video games, climb, handle out with friend and enjoy watching a huge TV with surround sound that I wouldn't have been able to afford if I had a child.